How's it going, everybody? I'm your host, Mindset, and we are back with episode 2 of Beyond the Artist with my friend Scott Murray. How's it going, man?
Good, Ryan. How you doing?
Good, man. Glad to have you on the show. How's the trip in?
Oh, it's great. It's a little bright outside.
Yeah, it is. It's a little snowy out there, too.
Yeah. We got winter, but we like winter.
Yeah.
We otherwise we wouldn't choose to live where we live. So.
Yeah, it's Christmas time, too, as you can see.
Oh, I didn't even notice. It is very Christmas of you.
I got to ask everybody that comes on the show,
Okay.
with COVID going on and everything, all these venues getting shut down, no live shows, how you been keeping busy with your music?
I've been trying to do a lot of writing. There's not a whole lot I can do. I have played a couple of online shows.
Nice.
Those have been fun. And I've just been trying to focus on writing and practicing as much as I can. Trying to keep the fingers limber.
Yeah.
And hopefully before long we have venues and we have live music.
Yeah, I miss live music.
Yeah, but you know what? We can still do fun things like interviews and online stuff and, listen to our friends' music.
You got it. Yeah, it's good to support your friends for sure, especially right now. So one of those live shows online, you doing them on like Zoom and stuff, or?
No, I haven't done any on Zoom. I've got a friend who lives in a little town called Van Cleek Hill. His name is Kevin, and what he organized was there's this bar in Van Cleek Hill called the Windsor Tavern, and he organized an open mic night.
Okay, nice.
But it was online.
Oh, that's cool.
And he asked me to do a couple of, I think it was 2 alumni shows, because I had played out there a couple of times with my band. And so those were fun. And another online show I did was with my buddy who now lives in Etobicoke, but at the time he was living in Kitchener. His name's Fast Eddie. Super nice guy. He organized a bunch of us acoustic artists. And
Yeah, that's a great idea. Open mic on online.
I've actually seen a couple of them.
Yeah,
And it's interesting. So there's a host, and the host comes on, and
people got to get creative, right?
And he'll play a couple songs. It's like, great, yeah, we've got Ryan up next.
Nice.
And, yeah.
That's cool. The first time you picked up a guitar, when was that? Or when did you write your first song?
The first time I picked up a guitar, I couldn't tell you when that is. I can tell you the first time I picked up a bass guitar, I was 11 years old.
Nice.
And my father, he's a musician, and he had a bass lying around. And I remember specifically being 11 years old and being like, "Hey, Dad, can you show me how to play bass?" He's like, "Sure."
Nice.
I think I kept up with it for maybe a week.
Yeah, my dad was a bass player too. He tried to get me doing that. I was like, yeah, I like those drums over there. I just want to bang on them and make some sound.
I know. It's funny. The world needs more bass players.
They do. They're hard to find.
Yeah, we need more pianists. We need more horn players.
Yeah.
The last thing the world needs is another guitar player.
Yeah. So who are some of your major music influences? I know you got a wide range.
Yeah. I grew up listening to mostly punk rock. So in high school, like NoFX was my favorite band.
Nice.
I got a little older. I got more into ska and more like the ska punk kind of sound. So Streetlight Manifesto was one of my favorite bands for a while. Of course, Goldfinger and Less Than Jake.
Beauty.
They're both dropping new albums like next week, which is crazy.
It's a good year for music, weirdly, right? Like,
yeah, there's been a lot of
people are still putting stuff out, so it's good.
Well, there's not a whole lot more we can do.
Yeah.
So hopefully you can find a safe way to record, and but yeah, you can definitely still be writing and recording, and so then after I listened to a lot of ska, and I played in a ska band for a while.
What was that band called?
We were called The Agency.
Nice.
And then after that, I guess I kind of got out of ska a little. I still listen to it here and there, but I mostly listen to punk. And the last few years, I've actually listened to a lot of acoustic stuff.
I can hear that in your music, I was going to say.
And I guess how I kind of got into the acoustic stuff was a lot of the punk rock bands and artists I look up to, like Joey Cape from Lagwagon or Tony Sly from No Use for a Name, they started to turn their punk rock tunes acoustic.
Nice.
And that kind of just got me started.
So what do you do outside of music? When you're not playing music, what do you like to do?
Ryan, I like to sleep.
Me too.
Sleep is
I
good.
like sleeping.
Like music is almost everything.
That's good.
I'm interested in. This year's been a little different.
Yeah.
I haven't been out playing or on the road. So like my girlfriend and I, we've been doing puzzles.
Nice.
There's like half of our kitchen is like set up as like a little puzzle area.
Nice.
Sometimes the cat will jump up there and
Nice.
it's like a
Yeah,
piece
you
on the
love
ground.
those kitties, eh? What's your cat's name?
I have two cats.
You have two. Yeah.
Both of them are fat.
Nice.
The orange one is Archie,
Archie.
and the tuxedo cat is Jack.
Archie and Jack.
Yeah.
Those are some good names. So cats and puzzles and music.
It doesn't sound too bad, I
That's
guess.
It's beauty.
Put it like that.
I'm sure you saw about a week ago, I kind of put out a little feeler to see if anyone wanted to ask you some questions while you're on the show.
Okay.
So we did get a couple back. I chose a couple funny ones out of there. So this one is from Sarah in London, Ontario. She wants to know what your favorite yogurt is. And if you don't have a favorite yogurt, what's your favorite pudding? Or if you're not a yogurt guy?
No, I'm not a yogurt person. But what I can say is I recently tried within the last week chocolate avocado pudding.
Oh, wow.
And it's fantastic. Because like
Sounds
avocado
fantastic.
already has that mushy creaminess
Yeah.
kind of to it, and you mix it with like cocoa and some vanilla, some maple syrup. I'm sure there's an online recipe,
Really?
much better than me trying to guess. But yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. So chocolate avocado pudding.
There you
is,
go. Chocolate avocado pudding.
Fantastic.
No yogurt. All right, last one here is from Phil, or Philip. He's in Woodstock, Ontario. He wants to know your favorite kind of movie between a scary or comedy. Are you a scary movie guy or you a comedy guy?
I love a good scary movie.
Nice.
I love those like horror, like thriller type movies where that have all that shock value.
Yeah, you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, like somebody's behind a door or a wall falls down. And
Any faves that come to mind?
I can't think of. I just watched one the other day, but I can't remember what it's called.
All right, let's move on to if you could write a song with anybody that's releasing music right now, who would it be and why?
I would like to write a song with Matt Galbraith from the High Dives.
Nice.
Matt and I have written a lot of songs
Yep.
together, and we haven't been together too much this year. Matt is he's working with the guys in Fox Run.
Okay, yeah. I know that
They're
band
another
too.
local band here. Awesome. So Matt stepped up, and he's been playing bass with them. I know they've done some recording. I don't know otherwise what they're up to too much. But yeah, I would really like to write a song with Matt Galbraith.
Nice.
And then I would like to also share and write that song with Sean Morrow, who also plays drums in the High Dives.
That is
So
funny.
really, I would just like to, I
Get some band back together,
yeah, and like I've got some favorite artists like Brendan Kelly from Lawrence Arms, and yeah, sure, it'd be fun to write a song with him. But no offense, Brendan, I'd rather write a song with my own band.
Nice. That's good to hear. Well, that moves us on to our next one. Everybody, if you didn't know, he plays with the High Dives, a great band. You're doing your solo stuff now. You've got your solo project out now, which I love. Do you
Thank
have
you.
any new music coming out between, I guess, just you and the High Dives?
Yeah,
Would be kind of on the
so
side burner. Do you have any new music?
This whole pandemic thing happened at the exact wrong time for the High Dives. We have almost an album worth of new songs.
Okay.
I've got a couple ideas in the pipe, but if hopefully we can get back to jamming.
Yeah.
We've got some extenuating circumstances there where we can't right now, but we are working on getting back to jamming.
Yeah, I guess the band and the online jamming isn't really the same, right?
No, I've heard people have done it.
Yeah, I tried it a couple times. It's not. It
Yeah,
doesn't work.
that leg.
Yeah,
and
it's like, I
kind
can't-
of awkward. Me personally, I did release a solo acoustic EP last year, and I am working on. I don't know if it's going to be another EP or maybe a full length, but I'm definitely writing
Awesome.
some solo acoustic type songs.
So when you shop for a new guitar,
Yes.
I know you got a beautiful Taylor already.
No, thank you.
Back in the day, when I used to look for a guitar, I'd always look at the neck, see if it was straight, things like that, little things that I'd notice. Is there anything when you're searching for a guitar to buy that like turns you right on? You're like, oh, I want that guitar. Or is there anything that you notice right away and you'll be like, no, don't want that?
I haven't bought a guitar in about 8 years.
Nice. Lucky you.
So that's a great question. Last guitar I bought was my Taylor acoustic. It's a 214. I guess their mid-range spectrum, wherever that may fall. And I played it. I knew I wanted a Taylor just from seeing other people play them and how they sounded. Yeah. And I just picked that one up in the store, and I was like, yeah, this will work. And
Nice.
I just kind of left with it, and it's still rolling.
You've been rocking for a while now. How many years you say?
Have I been playing music?
Yeah.
Oh, 23, 25 years, I guess.
Okay. And we're in Barrie, Ontario.
Yeah.
Indie music is just thriving here. Maybe not right now in 2020. Right before the shutdown, it was crazy. Like, I knew bands coming up every day. Is there any advice you would give to a young performer, maybe about to release his first music or about to do his first live show or maybe just getting into music? What advice would you give him from your 20 plus years?
You can never practice enough.
Yeah.
And just when you thought that you can't practice anymore, practice it again. And if you are going to record or you're going to play live, for me anyway, if I've practiced it some more, maybe I'm not going to be able to play it or pull it off as well as I want to, but at least it gives me that kind of security blanket.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I practiced this song for 4 hours, so it must be okay. But I'm always really hard on myself, so putting in those extra hours of work.
Oh, peace of mind.
Just make me feel better.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Well,
yeah,
that's
just
great advice.
practice and don't be shy. I know it's hard to get out there,
Yeah.
and I know the world's a big, scary place. But yeah, don't be shy and just practice. You're probably a lot better than you think you are.
Yeah, and people love new music, man.
Exactly. And if you've been putting in that many hours practicing,
Yep.
then it can't be that bad.
I might have got the answer earlier in the interview. What's the story behind your social media handle, Agent Marie?
Agent Murray.
Does that happen to come from the agency?
Yeah.
Okay.
The agency broke up in a time when social media was, it was MySpace, and then
The very beginning.
Yeah, then we got into stuff like Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, and yeah, in the agency we called each other agents for some silly reason. So I was Agent Murray,
Nice.
and there was Agent Sean, and Agent Fred, Agent Earl, Agent Matt, and Agent Andy. And I'm the only one that really kept the whole Agent Murray.
I've been very curious about it for a while now. I'm like, why is it Agent Murray? It's like, what's going on there? That's cool to know, man. Finally, is there anyone that you would love to see on this show? Doing an interview and a live performance. Someone that you've been a fan of, that you'd like to see a live performance from?
Absolutely. He did release a full-length solo album on tape. I can't remember if it was last year or very early this year, but he goes by the name of Core B.
Yeah, we know
So
him well.
that's CORE space BEE, Core B. And
That would be awesome.
yeah, look his stuff up. His solo stuff is great.
Yeah, it is. So great having you here, man. We're going to take a minute here to say thanks to our sponsors. And when we come back, Scott Murray's going to play us a live tune.
Awesome. Thank you so much. This is a brand new song. It's called Weekend Warrior. I won't say it, and I don't think this is the right way to stay home. It's not as easy as you fall. Call away for some help. Remember a time when was just waiting for the weekend. Anytime anyone would ever come around, you would always lose your crown. Let's make it one more day. I keep waiting for tonight. Let's make it one more day. Well, I keep waiting for tonight. Remember a time when all those shows we used to try to sneak in, and you know it was so strange. Our hearts, they couldn't afford those days. This world's so sad now, almost in a way that is just too damn low. You can't get too complacent, you'll never find your way back outside. Let's make it one more day. I keep waiting for tonight. Let's make it one more day. Well, I keep waiting for tonight. Let's make it one more day. Well, I keep waiting for tonight.
All right, thanks again for tuning in to Beyond the Artist with Scott Murray. Thank you so much for coming, and we're going to be on the lookout for some new music and hopefully maybe some new high dive stuff too in the future.
Awesome. Thank you so
All right,
much,
thanks.
Ryan.